Hi YouTube! So today I am back with another stem cell transplant recovery update. Today I am day plus 80 from receiving my stem cells back. So I wanted to update you. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So the biggest news, well to me at least, is that you might notice my hair is growing back. Hopefully I can't see what I'm looking at when I look down. But it is growing back. It is starting to fill in. My eyelashes are back, yay, and my eyebrows are back, which is awesome. Not having eyelashes is one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had. Number one, you look really weird. Number two, everything gets in your eye. Like, I guess you don't realize like how much eyelashes really help keep things out of your eyes, but they do. So I'm really happy that everything has started to grow back. I went to the doctor 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago and they tested my blood and they said that my numbers were the best that they have been since I got the transplant, which is great. The main update health related that is kind of different is that my doctor he's like the #1 lymphoma person at Mayo Clinic in Florida and also probably a lot of places. But he did a lot of research about using the drug called nivolumab as maintenance treatment, which is basically treatments they give you after stem cell to try to like give you an insurance policy that you don't relapse. But there is case studies going on right now, but nothing has been published or proven that nivolumab used as a maintenance treatment actually helps much, or there's just not enough research about it, so he doesn't want to give it to me unnecessarily. And the drug that they normally use for maintenance called brentuximab, I had that, if you remember, if you've been watching this, I had that in November, December, January to try to get me into remission for the stem cell transplant, and it actually progressed my cancer, so that's not an option for me. So he thinks we should do nothing at this point, and he told me that the stem cell transplant should be what cures me or keeps me in remission. He looked in my eyes and he was like, I really feel that you're going to be okay. And he told me that he actually doesn't even think that the cancer that I originally had was what they call refractory, which means it never goes away. He thinks that, you know, when I had my original chemo, I had an allergic reaction to one of the drugs called bleomycin, and I ended up in the ICU. And they took it out of my chemo regime and they never replaced it with anything. And also my midway scan that I had was better, but it wasn't completely clear, so they should have escalated my chemo to a higher one, and they never did. This is my old oncologist, and my old oncologist, looking back, was actually pretty terrible. He never answered my questions, he dismissed me all the time, and now there's a lawsuit against them for basically withholding people's treatments in order to make more money with different companies. So it's not in my county right now in Florida, but if they do make one, I'll join it because they didn't handle my case properly. They told me I was in remission when I really wasn't, and long story short, he doesn't think that I actually have refractory Hodgkin's or hopeful. He thinks it was just I didn't get enough chemo in the beginning, so basically it's the fault of the last doctor without him saying that. So I'm hopeful. At first I was a little sad, depressed about it because I just had in my mind that I had to do the maintenance. Like, I don't want more treatments, but when they tell you like you have a better chance, and I asked him that, I'm like, do I have a worse chance now because I'm not getting those maintenance treatments? And he seems to think that I'll be okay, and so I'm going with that. So as for now, I'm done with treatments. I still have a long recovery with a stem cell transplant, but glad that I don't have to look forward to, hopefully, pray, no more treatments for my life. I just have to get monitored and scanned. So speaking of scans, my scan to find out if I am in remission is July 9th, which is 99 days post-transplant. And then July 10th is the big day, which is 100 days post-transplant. So that is like the big milestone when you have a stem cell transplant. So I'm nervous and excited. I obviously will update you guys on what goes on. Past that point, I'll probably move these updates to like every few months, depending on what I have to share. But honestly, if you have any questions, you can always write them below. Some people were curious if I'm still not eating meat. I am still not eating meat. I think it's more of a mental block for me now, but I am going to try to incorporate chicken back in, because the reason being I don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, so you can see that not eating meat is problematic if I don't also eat fruits and vegetables. So a lot of what I'm eating is processed foods that are made like vegetarian processed foods. I just don't think it's healthy to completely always eat processed foods. So I'm gonna try my best. I want to get back on Weight Watchers just because I just want to feel healthier and more in control of what I'm eating, not just kind of like randomness all the time. Trying to think what else. Oh, I have been going out a little bit more with a mask. Obviously, Florida is becoming coronavirus epicenter right now, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. And also, people in Florida are not wearing masks. Like 99% of places I go, people don't have them on. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see that yesterday I went to a yard sale with a mask on, and a lady actually bullied me for wearing a mask. And then when I told her I have stem cell transplant, I have to wear it with one, she tried to backpedal, but then tell me that somebody that she knows got it and she only coughed for 3 days. And I actually had an extended member of my family die of coronavirus. And then she asked me, and I told her that, and she asked me if they were old, as if that matters, that somebody lost their life just because they're old, and she was old. So my husband was like, you should have said she was the same age as you actually, looks like, but I'm never that fast to think of comebacks in the moment. But anyway, I have started going out a little bit. I'm still nervous about it. I have to watch and see what's going on, but I absolutely always wear a mask because I can't risk it. Trying to think of any other updates. That's pretty much it. I will keep you updated on the scan that's coming up. I will answer any questions that you guys have. Obviously, you can follow me on Instagram or DM me if you are going through a stem cell transplant or will be and you have any questions. I actually have a lot of people that have reached out to me, and I'm happy to answer. Oh, another thing is I have been having a lot of nightmares that are kind of like all stressful nightmares. I have talked with Mayo Clinic psychologists and such, and they think that I do have some PTSD or some form of PTSD from the transplant, plus all the medical stuff that I've been through, which I can understand that. So hopefully I'm working through that. Last time when I got done with treatment, I just went back to work 6 weeks after I got done with chemo and tried to pretend like I never had cancer, and it kind of all caught up with me a few months later. So this time I'm really trying to process what has happened to me, and doing these videos is actually a great way to do that because I talk to you guys and let you know how I'm feeling. Otherwise, I just really keep it inside because you don't want to think about it. It's a sucky part of your life. One day I will do a video describing like the experience in the hospital. It's not a fun thing to watch, but it's just a way for me to get it out versus like writing it down. It's just easier for me to talk to the camera. So that is everything I have to share. Please comment below if you have any questions or comments. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy these update videos. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.